Welcome back to Self-Wired Happiness. My name is Monica. Here at Self-Wired Happiness, we unlock the secrets to a long, happy, and successful life. On our last episode, we talked about travel therapy, and travel takes you out of your routine and helps you create a more calm mind. In today's video, I want to thank all of my subscribers for subscribing into Self-Wired Happiness. And I want to thank you all for all the comments that you leave. It helps me know that I am doing a great job. So thank you very much. In today's video, I want us to summarize what we have talked about in the last 20 videos. This is probably going to be a little bit long, but I want to tie it in because I want to make sure that we are moving at a steady pace and moving together. When you have a problem with the respiratory system, they check your lungs. When you have a problem with the reproductive system, they'll check your ovaries, your uterus. When you have a problem with the circulation, they will check your heart and even your blood vessels. When you have a problem with your mental health, it is quite a puzzle. I want you to think about your whole nervous system. That is your brain, your spinal cord, your peripheral nervous system. We also have other aspects like the neural connections that we normally don't see with our naked eye, but we can say we know that they are there because we can observe their effects when we drive a car, when we communicate, when we walk. We know we have this ability because our brain and body has this ability to form new neural connections. The stress response. We talked about the stress response. If you want to understand how your nervous system works, I would say the survival response is probably the best theory out there to help you understand how your body responds electrochemically to stress. We know that in the short term, the survival response will help you achieve a goal, like probably meeting that deadline, finishing your assignment, or finishing that presentation in the nick of time. Your survival response can really help you survive. But if you're living in the state of emergency and stress for a long time, this is going to bring dis-ease into your system, and this is going to start working against you. This could actually kill you. Stress in the long term is not good for you. So if you want good health, you must prioritize being in a state of homeostasis. If you want good mental health, because stress is so damaging to your mental health, the state of homeostasis is the state that we want to cultivate so that we can have good mental health. We want a calm and restful mind, not a chaotic mind that's always in emergency mode, trying to accomplish tasks and not thinking about the future. This mind is not going to take you long, and this mind is going to kill you. This is not the mind that you want. You don't want to live in that agitated state of emergency and confusion and incoherence, because it starts making your brain not work in synchrony, and it's going to disturb your energy. And this is happening in the nervous system. We need to calm down this state. You can trigger stress by thought alone, by thinking about the future, by thinking about the past. You can trigger your stress mode. And this is when our human brain becomes kind of like a mistake. When it starts dwelling so much on the negative things in the past or the fears of the future, we start triggering a stress response and we start living in an emergency way, and we might die from that, just triggering this survival state with your mind. It can be very dangerous in the long term to live like that. If you're coming from a traumatic childhood like mine, when I lost my parents when I was young, my whole world has been one big, uh, my whole world has been anxiety. That's all I have known in my nervous system. I really have had to calm down and train my mind to be a little bit more restful and more calm and think positive, so that I can enhance this mind that is calm. I have had to work so hard to bring myself back to homeostasis. I have wired in a different mind, and I continue to do it because I know I don't want to be in that survival camp. It's not fun, it's not good, it's just not a place that I want to be in. You can do the same. You can rewire your mind into a new state, whether you have been depressed, anxious, fearful, any emotions that you've been feeling in your nervous systems. You can change that into a more calm mind. And I'm here to inspire you to rewire that mind. The mind has an ability to attract what is going inside of us, has an ability to create what is around us. If I tell you right now, just look for the color red. Red, red. Look for red, 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 red. In your room, everywhere, look for color red. You're going to find color red because that is what is in your mind now. It's attracting what is in the outside. If I tell you, look for green, 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 green. Green is everywhere. Surprisingly, when you are looking for red, you didn't see green because that was not what was in your mind. But the mind has that ability to attract things into itself. I have had so many cases where someone attracts a spouse that they did not want to ever attract because maybe they saw those characteristics in their mother or their father. Maybe this was a spouse, maybe one of your parents was drinking too much and you said, oh, I won't do that, or I will not want to be with somebody who does that. And you 20 years later, you look for a spouse that has those exact characteristics and you're like, how did I do this? It was in your subconscious mind, and the subconscious mind just attracts what's happening. Consciously you knew this wasn't, but it was in your subconscious mind and it attracted that into your life. We are a magnet. Your mind is like a magnet, and that is why I'm telling you, if you want a happy life, if you want good health, if you want prosperity, you have to create that mind first so that it draws other things to you like a magnet. But this mind, you have to create first, and then you let it work for you. And you can do it because the brain is neuroplastic. Our brain is plastic, so our mind has the ability to change itself. So it doesn't matter how long you have been living in that negative state of mind. You can always change it to a positive state of mind. In the beginning, it's going to be very hard for you. It's like learning a new skill, like learning how to drive a car or play chess or edit videos or whatever. It's going to be very hard to train a negative mind into becoming more positive. That is why you have to watch all my videos every week so that you're reminded to keep on the good work until you're fully rewired. You can do this. If I can do this, I never thought in my life that I would be able to wire my brain into becoming a little bit more calm and confident. I felt like a shell of a person. I didn't have any grounding, solid grounding, but my meditation has brought me that grounding. And I'm telling you, it's really possible to wire your mind into something more beautiful so that it can attract a lot of good things in your life. Of course, you need to know how to do it. You have to know what a happy life looks like so that you can practice a happy life. You have to know what a calm mind looks like so that you can practice a calm mind. What I would like to tell you though is that your mind is like a garden. Just like the way you tend something, to tend a garden with love and care. You love your plants, you water them, you sing to them, you do amazing things, like looking for fertilizer, the best plant food, you give them proper nutrition. Your mind is like a garden. You take off the weeds from your garden, so there are things you have to let go. You have to add more nutrients into your garden, the things you have to add into your mind. And when you nurture your garden, when you take good care of it, it will give you good fruits. It's going to give you nice smelling plants. It's just going to give you beautiful flowers. This is the mind. You're like a flower. You can nurture a mind to become like a flower. And when you do that, you can tell we are attracted to flowers. You see a flower, you're just attracted to it. That's the nature of the mind. It has an ability to attract things into its life. So that way you don't have to do a lot of hard work. You attract things, but you have to work hard to create that beautiful mind. I want you to have brain envy. I want you to be envious about having a beautiful mind for yourself, so that you can go out in life and create a beautiful life. It starts with a beautiful mind. Have that brain envy, the ability to have a beautiful mind that is kind, that's nurturing, that's happy. This is a thriving mind that is not tethered in the past or fearful of the future. You're in the present moment. You're happy. You're in homeostasis. Always think about the nervous system and what is happening to you when you are not in homeostasis. For example, think about when you're angry. How are you breathing? How are your eyes firing? How's your forehead? How are you feeling in your body? Are you sweating? Do you feel like crying? Do you feel like punching something? You can tell that this whole system has taken over, right? When you're in that kind of state of mind, it's hard to read a book or concentrate on a task. This kind of mind is not good for you. It's just pure waste of energy and time. The more restful you are, the more calm you are, the more mindful you are, your brain is in a better position to attract the things that you want in your life. That is why prioritizing your mental health is going to be your number one goal. Prioritizing creating a beautiful mind is going to be your number one thing before you can start achieving things that you want in your life to be successful. Keep tuning into Self-Wired Happiness. I give you advice and a lot of things that I'm going to tell you work. Like sleeping. If you sleep, you calm down your mind. If you eat well, we need a healthy body for us to have we need a healthy body for us to live a long, happy, and successful life. I'm giving you practical advice, things you can actually do to wire in happiness and live a long, happy, and successful life. I just wanted to recap and summarize all of the things that we are doing here. We are rewiring the mind, and we are doing it with purpose. We are deliberate. We are rewiring the mind, and we are going to be very deliberate when it comes to wiring the mind. So keep watching the videos and keep practicing the videos. Whatever advice we are giving here, keep practicing it. It's going to change your life. Thanks again for tuning in to Self-Wired Happiness. I love you and your beautiful mind. Please like, subscribe, and share. And until next time, namaste.